All right, so this ZJ build's been a very, very, very long, drawn-out process. Partly because of paint, partly because didn't want to get the salt on it in the winter, moving the vehicle around, stuff like that. Now that we're finally done, these videos have been dragged out forever. So I'm just gonna do a quick overview and refresher on everything we did to this. When we picked it up, it had been sitting for many, many, many years, like 10 plus, maybe even more, I don't remember. It was an old build from Rusty's Off-Road, and we literally have rebuilt every single thing on this Jeep, including a door switch I just found out doesn't work that I'm gonna have to fix here probably next week. So, ZJ, finally done. Let's kind of look this thing over and we'll show you everything we did. Starting right here, we got general grabbers. These are the old school ones. They were some new old stock inventory that we were able to secure for this. Got some black wheels. I have no clue what model they even are because they were on it and we said screw it, we're using them. We have an ARB bumper that we stripped off the vehicle, had it blasted, powder coated, and put back on. We did all new lighting and everything in the front end and in the rear because it had been sitting for so long, everything just dry rotted. Underneath the front end, we ditched the factory axle. We put a high pinion Cherokee front axle in it. We re-geared it to 456. We did trusses. We did the Rusty's diff cover, Rusty's steering. It's all Rusty's long arm system on this with his shocks, springs, and everything. Sway bar disconnects. So being that we knew we wanted to ditch the low pinion, this was just a good, effective upgrade. And it's open differential, so we're really not worried about anything ever breaking, especially because my daughter's really not gonna wheel this a lot. She can drive back and forth to college, maybe go to the dunes, go do some light trail riding in Michigan. No reason for a front locker. All right, so under the hood, we did a lot of stuff. We did a whole lot of stuff. I never remember where this thing's at. So it's actually still got dust on it from being at the paint shop. But under the hood, we took the whole motor right out. Every gasket was just dry rotted on this thing. Motor mechanically was fine, fired right up, ran decent, but it had been sitting forever. So we did all new injectors. We replaced every gasket and every seal on the whole entire engine. We got a Rusty's Off-Road battery box, and we had to kind of cut and modify it for a different type of battery than what it's designed for. We mounted an underhood ARB air compressor because there's a locker in the rear that we installed. I'll get to that in a little bit, but she'll also have onboard air. She could air up her tires when she's done trail riding. Every belt, hose, vacuum line, every piece of rubber under this hood's brand new because it just literally sat for like 10, 15 years and just dry rotted. So everything under here is new. Like I said, we did injectors, we did fuel pressure regulator, bunch of new sensors, belts, hoses. We got the Rusty's Off-Road air cleaner system that was on it, but we put a new filter on there. And so that kind of freshened up everything under the hood for this build. Mated to it, and I'm not crawling under the vehicle to get you any video of that, is I got about 6 miles out of the transmission once we finished the engine, and the transmission just completely stopped. When we took the pan down, there was seals and gaskets and clutch material on the bottom of the pan because, again, it dry rotted forever. So we completely took the transmission out, full rebuild. We did it all in-house here. It's got a 231 transfer case. We put an SYE kit on it. And then it's got Adams drive shafts, 1310 drive shafts, front and rear. So let's go to the back. We'll show you what we did back there. I feel like I'm doing a calendar photo shoot. So here we got the Rusty's Off-Road gas tank skid plate. It was already on there, but there was one on there, but he gave us an updated one, and we put that on. To match that front axle, got a hold of a buddy of mine, Dom Stacks on Facebook. He parts out a lot of Cherokees, and he sent us an 8 1/4 for the rear to match the front. We re-geared it to 456. We put an ARB air locker in it. Left the stock shafts because 8 1/4 are pretty darn good. Left the drum brakes because I honestly prefer a drum brake, especially for a normal driven vehicle. And we updated all the Rusty's long arm stuff with all of his new flex rubber joints. So everything is as updated as can possibly be on this. It's got new RX 100 series shocks. I don't think we changed the springs because they were fine. And like I said, we did the Adams drive shaft. So we got the Rusty's diff cover. It's got a bunch of Rusty's off-road parts, and it's only fitting considering the vehicle was his to begin with. So back here, we didn't do a whole heck of a lot on the interior. We didn't go crazy with anything. We put a Husky liner, floor liner in it, but we did brand new carpet. The carpet was old, it was disheveled. It wasn't dirty or nasty, it was just really old and disheveled. So we did all brand new carpet in the whole entire vehicle. I think it was like auto stock interior China Amazon.com kind of crap. I have no idea. We just Googled it. I bought a $250, $300 carpet kit. I don't even remember what I paid for it. Made that happen. Did the new carpet. I went to the junkyard and got a stock spare tire, so at least you'll have a spare tire. It just made me think about it. I have no idea if there's a jack in this.
That is a list.
Minor details. It's not my problem. She can use her mom's AAA. I don't care. I built the Jeep. All right. So in here, no major mods up here. Everything's pretty much stock looking, which is what I wanted. I wanted to keep that classic ZJ look to it. This thing was super clean on the inside. The seats are just beautiful condition. All the center console, dash, everything's in great shape. So we did delete the e-brake, and I put in a switch panel here because there is a Rough Country MLC6 under the hood to help control the air compressor in the lockers. So she's got access to her switches here. We had to replace a lot of wiring behind the dash because it had dry rotted. All the HVAC, vacuum hoses, and connectors had all dry rotted. So that's all been new and fabbed and rebuilt. Didn't go crazy, but I threw a Jensen head unit, old school head unit in here. It is Bluetooth capable though. All of the speakers were trash, so we put all new speakers in the whole thing, and then the headliner was falling apart, so we ripped out the headliner, scraped off all the old foam, sprayed it with some adhesive, and put a new headliner in it. So nothing major in here. It was just a lot of cleaning and refreshing. Like I said, carpet, headliner, a little bit of electronic stuff, some repair stuff, and it's just clean and classic, the way it was supposed to be. I didn't want to go crazy in here. All right, so that about wraps this whole entire ZJ project up. I don't have anything on my wish list to do for this. I don't think my daughter does either, considering she literally just got it. Probably gonna have to go to Harbor Freight and buy her a jack or something. But I appreciate you guys hanging through this whole project with us. I hope you guys have enjoyed it a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, just say something down below. Like and subscribe. And if you think there's anything I should change or should add, let me know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just go build something different. So appreciate you guys. See you guys next week.